What's going on, guys? Bengal again here, coming back at you with another video, and today we're back on Lions franchise. Taking on the Eagles. They're 3-4. We've been hot recently, but we were stopped in our tracks big time by the LA Rams and Matthew Stafford playing his former team for the first time. It didn't go well. I didn't play my best game. It happens, but they were definitely a really solid team, and they were tough to stop, hence the 41 points. The Eagles are not the best in the world. I think their quarterback is Colin Kaepernick because someone was freaking out about it in my comment section for multiple episodes, saying I'll ruin the franchise if I don't stop the Eagles from using the power of the kneel. Colin Kaepernick. Listen, he's rated way too highly in the game, but what do you want me to do? You want me to cut him from the team? You want me to make him a 0 overall? This video is brought to you by Manscaped.com, the global brand for men's grooming and hygiene products. And they want me to show you guys the nice, awesome looking packaging that everything comes in. But the truth is, I don't have any of that because I actually use the Lawnmower 4.0 every single day. I use the awesome induction-based charging dock every single day. And let me tell you, when I'm not using it on my face, maybe I'm using it on my balls. And these are really the two main items in my life that establish credibility as a real man's man. I got the football, and I got items that take care of my feet and my balls. Whether it's the Lawnmower 4.0, whether it's the foot duster that you can find in the Peak Hygiene Plan in the Performance Package 4.0 kit, you're not going to go wrong with Manscaped products for your daily life. These are things that you need every single day. So don't wait. Go to manscaped.com and get 20% off, plus free international shipping and 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag and Anti-Chafing Boxer Briefs. The Shed Travel Bag comes in clutch. Anytime I go away, just shove everything in the bag and I'm good to go. And all you need to do to make this happen, get a big discount, manscaped.com/Bengal. The link is in the first line of the description. Don't wait. You need these things. Clean up your act. Come on. Like, I guess we could face Jalen Hurts, but I don't know what to do about it. Obviously, he's like, let's be real. Like, Colin Kaepernick was blackballed from the league. That's just how it went down. But also, he's so far removed from football, and he wasn't particularly good his last year or so. He had like a hot stretch and was decent for a year or two, but he really wasn't a particularly good passer. And if you look at certain stats, there are some stats that are going to tell you, he's pretty good. Yeah, I remember seeing a video about it, but those are not factoring in all the stats. And there's so many different ones to look at for quarterback. There's EPA per play, which is expected points added per play. I think yards per attempt is really important to see what they're actually doing beyond completion percentage and quarterback rating and yards and touchdowns. And his touchdown interception ratio was poor. Wasn't poor. His touchdown interception ratio was good, and that can be kind of misleading from time to time. Look at his QBR. It was terrible, below 50. Just really, really not good when that's out of 100. Just quite poor. But then the quarterback rating is not good. So you have to look at a bunch of different things. You can't just look at one stat or one thing to say a quarterback's good. When people say the tape doesn't lie, that's the biggest thing with Kaepernick. And he just generally wasn't an accurate quarterback, which is the big thing for playing quarterback. You have to be accurate, and he wasn't that. But could he have been on some team as a backup or competing for a starter? Absolutely. I think that goes without saying. But also, he doesn't belong being an 81 overall in the game. Ridiculous. He should honestly be somewhere around Nick Mullins at this point. He's 33. I don't know what you want me to do because, yeah, like in the grand scheme of things, is it ridiculous that Kaepernick is in here quarterbacking the Philadelphia Eagles? But you know what? That's part of the fun of it being a franchise video game versus the actual reality of real life. Kaepernick is not going to be around forever. And you know what? He's going to stay the QB of the Eagles for this year. That's just how it's going to be. Also, this is week 8. It is the trade deadline, and I have made the executive decision as head coach of the Lions, Gene Dangus, that some players are not going to be on the team after this game. Maybe even before this game. And if you look at the years remaining on some of these contracts, Don Muhlbach cut in real life today. Devastating. This is coming out much after I record this. But if you look at some of the expiring contracts on this team, everyone here has 1 year remaining. And we need to trade some of these guys for value while we still can if they're not in the long-term future of the team. Some guys are going to stick around like Darren Fells. He's not going to have any value. No reason to trade him. I like him on the team. Tyrell Williams has actually been kind of good so far. Not amazing, but kind of good. You know, pretty good numbers, 6 touchdowns already. Like, I'm very, very cool with Tyrell Williams' performance. I will say, though, another receiver who I have not been happy with is Prashad Paraman. He has not been good for me at all, in my opinion, and he's fast. He only has 16 catches on this year. 2 touchdowns, caught a bomb. Take away this 162-yard gain, and he has 15 catches for under 250 yards significantly, and I believe 1 touchdown. He hasn't shown up, and I think he's been outplayed by guys like Quintez Cephas and like Amon-Ra St. Brown. And Prashad Paraman, in my opinion, there's just no reason to keep him around when he's not in the long-term outlook of this team, and he's taking away reps from Cephas and Amon-Ra St. Brown. And we're probably going to end up signing a veteran receiver or some type of depth backup. Prashad Paraman, I just don't plan on keeping him. And kind of along the same lines, Michael Brockers. The thing with Michael Brockers, I think, is he is still under contract for maybe 2 years. However, the issue with Michael Brockers is he is not a very good age, into his 30s. Let's go ahead and take a look at him. I think he's pictured at right end here. So 3 years remaining, but he's 30. He's an 82 overall. He's only going to get worse. Is he in the long-term future? Probably not. Probably not. Because we have Deshaun Hand, who just got star dev. And we have Levi Onwuzurike, second-round pick. At D-tackle, we have Aleem McNeil. And if we were to transition to a 4-3, at any point, Michael Brockers would have even less value for me. And I kind of want to have that flexibility. I feel like this team's just built for it better. Like Romeo Okwara at left end. We would have Trey Flowers at right end. And then we could have 3 rotational defensive tackles between Aleem McNeil, Deshaun Hand, and Levi Onwuzurike. And my rush tackles would be Levi Onwuzurike and probably Deshaun Hand. Aleem McNeil is a nose tackle. That's his role. He's not an every down rush player. Michael Brockers, to me, even though he's the best of the bunch, because of his age, feels like the odd man out. So he's potentially being traded today as well. He's the 3rd highest rated player on the team. Jamie Collins is another one of those guys. He's 31. I'm not sure if he's going to be on the team through the week. And I like his performance so far this year, but we have to acknowledge his age and long-term impact. And we're in a rebuild. We are in a rebuild. We have multiple first-round picks this year from the Rams and next year as well, and our own pick, of course. To me, it just does not make sense at all to keep some of these guys. And I think what would be cool, and I wish I had some more staff points here, but we're going to go into the player personnel staff points for the first time and get a 5% trade discount on players older than 30. And that might not come into play right now, but what we're going to do next is get a 2% trade discount for CPU draft picks. So I think that could come into play for one of these first trades. I really, really do. It'd be nice to get it up to 4%. And we could trade players after this week, or after this game, I should say, where we might be able to get some staff points from the game. So maybe we'll do that. Yeah, maybe we'll wait. Maybe we'll wait. Trying to get as many staff points as possible. We do have some scouting points, though. And we haven't really looked at cornerback too much. It's not a huge position of need, in my opinion. I think we are kind of good there for now, and this is not a particularly strong corner class anywhere, we're finding out. How good is Russ Clemens? Looks pretty solid, to be honest. A- power moves. He would fit really well as a 4-3 defensive end. It's interesting that he's at outside linebacker at nearly 270 pounds. 6'4", 21 years old, out of Boise State. You know what? He kind of has the profile of another Boise State pass rusher I remember. Someone who played kind of like that hybrid outside linebacker role at Boise State. And for those who don't know who I'm talking about, I think some of you already will. We're going to go to the Dallas Cowboys here and look at Demarcus Lawrence, who is 6'3", 265, at Boise State, was a really, really fun player. And this is just when I was getting into scouting and learning how to do that. And I went really in depth in this draft class. And this was the Khalil Mack draft. Demarcus Lawrence was in there. And he was one of those guys that did stick out to me at the time. And of course, I had some misses, as I still have so much to learn about football. Football is interesting because the more you learn about football, the more you realize the less you know. There are so many different intricacies. It's ridiculous. But that, to me, looks like a very, 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 very interesting player and someone we definitely want to have our eye on. Of course, we know the quarterback, Alex Soto, but where is he? This right outside linebacker, Russ Clemens, he looks like somebody to keep your eye on. Weekly strategy is can't be defending the deep pass. I mean, there's no way. There's no way. I'm just going to be honest about that. I would be more worried about Miles Sanders. So, I mean, they have Devontae as well. Of course, first round draft pick. But what I want to do here, I think defending the outside run is going to be slightly more important. And how could Nick Williams be one of our key players? I don't understand that. He's not starting at left end. He's just not. Yeah, I don't know why he'd be pictured there. He's kind of buried on the depth chart. But okay. Okay, that's interesting. But back to weekly strategy. We know we're going to try and not defend the deep pass, defend the outside run in Miles Sanders, and we want them practicing at half pads, I've decided. I don't want to risk injuries when we're playing well. And the XP is important. But you know what? So is keeping these guys healthy. That's what I think. That's what I think. The offensive game plan focus. Fletcher Cox really is the only one on that defense worth worrying about at all. So, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to blitz counter, and we're going to do half pads for the offense as well. And we're going to go ahead and start the training, and I will see you guys for week number 8 against the Philadelphia Eagles. Tell me no injuries. It's half pads. I better not see any injuries. None for the defense and none for the offense. But we do get some nice focus XP for Penei Sewell and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Penei Sewell has been just slowly and steadily improving. And I think that's big because he is the future of our team on the offensive line. This is the week where we see what development trait he has. So this is a big, big, big week. Going to try and beat the Eagles. They're better than us overall-wise, but who's going to perform better? Colin Kaepernick and the Eagles? Or this ragtag bunch alliance? There he is, Colin Kaepernick. 8 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Hopefully we can get a few today. He's wearing Donovan McNabb's number 5. We're going to have a good time today. And hopefully shut down the Philadelphia Eagles. They've got some decent players. They've invested big time in the offense. Of course, I mean, they have 2 first-round receivers. Whether they actually play like that's a different story, as Miles Sanders is already beating us. 14 yards on the first play of the game. But Jalen Reagor, first-round pick. You're going to see him out wide a lot, I think. Devontae Smith, obviously someone to worry about as well. And you know, who knows if we'll see Jalen Hurts. And the offensive line should be pretty good in the game with Brandon Brooks, with Lane Johnson, and Jason Kelsey. Zach Ertz is still going to be here. Dallas Goedert. Like, they've got some good players. This team is going to be pretty good, I would bet, in recent weeks, I think. But Jeff Okudah is someone we obviously have massive, massive, massive plans for. Where are you going there? Where are you going, Jeff? Guess he thought that wasn't his zone. I feel like it was. I don't know that we were going to trade there. But, yeah, Jeff Okudah is someone who should develop into being a superstar for us on the defensive side of the ball. Will it actually happen? Maybe, maybe not. But if things go well, it's going to happen. Run left. You have to make that tackle in the open field. What a play. That really saves a touchdown. 3rd and 5. We're going to put pressure on him. I know that seems weird here, but that's why we do it. That's why we do it. Way to make a play. Moore getting into the backfield. That's huge. That's why you send pressure, so you get after the quarterback, maybe force them out of field goal range. That was the goal. They're kicking from the 46. This is a 56-yard field goal, and it is wide left. That's why you send heat in that spot. You put pressure on the quarterback, and they don't have an answer. Quick throw to DeAndre Swift. Ooh, there we go. Way to make somebody miss. Try play action here. That's open. That's wide open, in fact. TJ Hawkinson. 1st down. Handoff up the middle. Tried to put ourselves in a one-on-one situation, but unfortunately didn't really work out for me on that occasion. I think we got Hawkinson there. There we go. All we have to do is put ourselves in a situation to succeed, and that's by not trying to do too much, taking what the defense gives us. And today, our focus is... oh, man. Our focus is shutting down this blitz. And I think we're doing an okay job of that so far. It's still really early, as we have a pretty long field goal try. But it's 4th and 4. It's just going to be what happens. Kick is up, and it has a distance. 3-0 Lions. Not an awful start to the game, but not the one we were looking for, probably. Jelani Tavai. That's a good tackle. Miles Sanders gets 5, but that's a good tackle. 3rd and 1. This is a big, big play. Philly in a jumbo look, and that is a big hit by Jamie Collins. Kerryon Johnson, the former Lion, loses a yard. Maybe gets back to the line, but we force a Philly punt, and this one, I tried to fair catch it. I thought I had a triangle, but I suppose not. There we go, DeAndre. That's okay. That's not bad. Nice little 5 or 6 yard gain. We really need to get DeAndre Swift going. I know our offensive line isn't anything spectacular, but I mean, we do have a pretty damn good center. And as you can see, revealed at right tackle now, as he has a star around him. Penei Sewell's got superstar development. As you can see, he's got the star at right tackle. So, running behind... okay, it worked out. Tyrell Williams, 1st down. But running behind those guys needs to be what we do for the future, for the next however many years of this franchise. And that, I think, if we can get a really good right guard as well and just solidify that side of the offensive line, that's going to be huge. Hawkinson, nice catch. But right now, our right guard is not particularly good. We have Tyrell Crosby. He's a converted tackle. He's not as fast as we would want. He's not as good as we'd want. He's doing the job right now, but our offensive line in general, as a run blocking unit, hasn't been nearly good enough. 3rd and 5. I think we have DeAndre Swift there, and we do. Wrapped up from behind, and Josh Sweat is the injured Philadelphia Eagle. That's okay. I mean, as long as it's not a Detroit Lion, I'm actually okay with it. They're virtual players. They're going to be okay. We're going deep down the field. I know that's crazy. That's crazy. Amon-Ra St. Brown comes down with it. It's exactly the right amount of crazy. I know it seemed like it was heavier coverage than it was, but that was essentially a one-on-one deep down the field. Looked like cover 2, and you can bomb that over the deep middle. And that's exactly what we did on a linebacker. It's Alex Singleton, I believe. I think Rodney McLeod tried to get back over in that play. And sometimes you just got to air it out. Sometimes you just got to air it out. We had some options here. Like Hawkinson was over, wide open, over the middle. But one-on-one matchup, I'm seeing all this space versus a linebacker. We bombed it, and we got it. Now, Rodney McLeod almost comes over to make this play. My dream for the throw was in this area. It leaked out to the right side of the field. But still, Worked out. Amon-Ra St. Brown proving that he deserves more playing time and that Prashad Paraman is just not the guy. My receiving core of the future right now is looking like Quintez Cephas, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and who knows. But those two guys have played exceptionally well, in my opinion, for my expectations in the first half of the season. They've been great. Trying to cover everything. Kaepernick going deep down the field. And that one is knocked away. Warrior in there, helping that out. And it's 3rd and 6. And once again, we are turning up the heat. And that's just wide open. Just wide open. Not ideal. Not ideal. 3rd and 4. Another big 3rd down. We've been really good at stopping them on these so far. And it's a screen. Jamie Collins is going to lose that matchup. Somewhat. Jelani Tavai, that's a nice tackle. Run up the middle. Tracy Walker, nice tackle. It's going to be another 3rd down for Philadelphia. And once again, I want to send some type of pressure. So we are going to rush 5 here. It's just man up straight across the field. They're trying to force an offsides. And we are all over it. Kaepernick going deep down the field, and Will Harris gets a hand on it. Intercepts it out of bounds. And it's another long field goal try. This one's slightly shorter. It's going to be about 50, maybe 50 and a half yards. And that kick is up and drifting, but still good. Philly on the board. And they're going to cut that lead just to 7. Swift is wide open. We're going to throw that. Give me a good block. DeAndre Swift cutting up the field. Swift jukes out 1. Let's go. Big gain for DeAndre Swift as a receiver. I love targeting him out of the backfield. He's a guy that can make some plays. 2nd and 7. Let's go TJ Hawkinson. Oh, and he's going to outrun Avonte Maddox. Actually, he didn't. We kind of shook him off. 2nd and 4. Play action to DeAndre Swift. Nobody bites. But that's wide open. I've done that before, and I'll do it again. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown number 2. That one way less covered. Nobody within 20 yards of him. What we did on that one was just completely take him off the whip route, put him on a slant, and he just got wide open. Completely killed their coverage. I mean, no one was even close. No one was even close. 2nd and 2. It is a run, and it's a good one. 7 yards from Miles Sanders, who's having a pretty good game. Nothing crazy, but he's playing pretty well. Philly just hasn't been able to do all that much so far. And our defense has played well as Kaepernick's going to roll out to his left, looking for somebody to throw to. Time runs out. Romeo Okwara brings down Kaepernick. They might have only one more play before the 2-minute warning, depending on how fast they move. Kaepernick doesn't appear to be in any type of a hurry, but he's going to snap the ball. And we're not really going to gain much. We're going to call a timeout. 3rd and 12. Shut it down as a screen. We got to collapse on that. Got to collapse on that. And we'll call a timeout as well. The reason we do that is because we get an extra clock stoppage with a 2-minute warning. It won't even end up mattering anyway. Dumb timeout. Dumb timeout. I thought we had more time. Yeah. Won't matter. I really thought it was 2:07 left in the half, not 2:01. But that's the way she goes sometimes as Quintez Cephas is open down the field. He's going to jump over 1 tackle. Juke back inside, and Quintez Cephas finally caught from behind by Darius Slay. But that is a huge gain. The timeout not going to matter whatsoever. We have an extra one anyway. And that is a massive gain. Do we have that? We're going deep. Tyrell Williams bricks off his hands. Tyrell, that's a touchdown if you hold on to that. And there's no excuse not to. No excuse not to. That's a really catchable ball. I don't really even know what's going on there that he didn't make that play. Whoa! Intentional grounding. Thought we were outside the tackle box. Kind of don't know how I'm not. All right. 3rd and 22. We're super backed up now. We're going to pass lead that, though, on the touch pass. TJ Hawkinson up the field, and we convert and more on 3rd and 22. That's how you do it. That's how you do it right there. Okay, what do we do? Tyrell Williams across formation. I think we just roll out right. Roll out right. Nah, not good. Prashad Paraman in the game now. Show me you're not worthless. I don't like anything there. That cannot be intentional grounding with a receiver in the area. They don't know intentional grounding. It's just not, that's not what intentional grounding is. That's not what it is. The rules of intentional grounding is you have to be outside of the tackle box when you throw it away, which first of all, like, Penei Sewell's not blocking anybody there. I think we're certainly outside when we throw that ball away. And then second of all, we have a receiver in the area. That's not intentional grounding. Okay. I mean, it really is. This is not me throwing a fit for no reason. That really is not intentional grounding, and that would never be called as intentional grounding ever. It just would not be. And now we're going to end the half with a field goal instead of a touchdown. 15 seconds it takes to get the... Wow. It takes 15 seconds to get the field goal unit out there. Are you kidding me? And we don't get any points. Okay. I know I should have called a timeout, right? But it doesn't take 15 seconds to get a field goal unit out there. It just doesn't. I doubt that 3 points will end up being the difference in this game. But if it is, oh man, I will not be able to get over it. Don't really know what to do differently there. I think it was a good move to cut it back. We only got 4, but I needed to wait for that block to develop. But I don't really know what to do there. Do we have that open down the field? I feel like we have a step. DeAndre Swift, and it bricks off his hands. Can anyone catch a streak? Is that possible? Is that possible? I mean, we're torching press man coverage every time. We are torching it. Ah! All right, just had to throw it away there. Probably should have thrown a jump ball, but then it's a pick, and then I got to be mad about it. So we're just going to punt. I'm very frustrated with the way the last, 2 minutes of football have gone. But that's the way it is sometimes. Oh, and they're going deep. Please be overthrown. It's not. It's not overthrown. Golden Tate touchdown. I don't really have anything to say about it. I don't know where anyone was. They scored in 8 seconds. I really hate the last 2 minutes of football. I really do. I don't know what happened. It's interesting that Golden Tate ended up re-signing with the Eagles. He was there previously. Giants cut him. He's actually not on a team right now. But he found his way back to Philadelphia. How does Goff miss that? That's a confusing play. What happened right there? I want to throw things. I really do. I really wanted to throw a bunch there. I just don't think Jared Goff is a quarterback that can make the throws I wanted to make there. I need somebody a little bit mobile. And somebody who can throw on the run a little bit. Can we get that in there? Did I throw it too late? I guess. Was reading the left side of the field first. Nothing open, and we are going to punt again. Yep, going to punt again. Should have called for a fair catch there, bud. Oh my God, the air truck. We can't lock on during the air truck. What is happening? Oh, Bengal, you suck. Yeah, I guess I must. Open field tackling, not my specialty. 17-17. Unbelievable collapse in this one. Unbelievable collapse here in the last, really, 3 minutes. Fletcher Cox goes down for the Eagles after a nothing gain again. It's just how we run the ball. Just we don't get anything. how that goes. Hawk, turn upfield. It'd be nice if he trucked somebody one time. That would be nice. Let's go, Swifty. Oh, good block on the outside. Good block by Tyrell Williams. Wish he could have held it a little bit longer, because then that's a huge gain instead of just a pretty big one. Do we pass here? Let's run. Let's run. Kind of like Jamal Williams' potential on this one. Okay, nope. Again, I don't really know what to do there when I don't think anything's open. And it's like we can't take that to the outside because they set the edge really well. There was, in my opinion, actually nowhere to go. And that's what I think is the case a lot. Run up the field. What does playmaker do? Sweat gets the sack. Better to take the sack than force up a pick, though. I guess, even though we're probably not going to convert on 3rd and 19. And I try to throw it, and we take another sack. Derek Barnett this time. And it's 4th and 23. What's happening? What's happening? If anyone has any idea, that'd be great if you could let me know. Because I don't know what's happening right now. We have no momentum. This is, oh my God. We're going to lose the game probably by a lot. I'm actually surprised Kaepernick hasn't thrown a pick so far. I guess they really haven't been on offense that much. Is that true? It feels true, as that's going to be a broken tackle. Okay. I mean, Kaepernick 11 of 14 for 161 or 162 yards and a touchdown, right? I didn't see the line. Well, I did, but I forgot it as I was saying it, which is troublesome, to be honest. Kaepernick is all day. And then eventually somebody's going to get open. I thought it would switch me to Tracy Walker. Couldn't hit the hit stick. Couldn't wrap up on that one. Or Warrior finally does. 12 of 15, 204 yards and a touchdown now. Saw it that time. Saw it that time. Oh, it's a read option. Wow. Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick gets the TD. Eagles take the lead 24-17. Yeah, I mean, wow. Deshaun Hand got injured as well. That just popped up. Deshaun Hand with an ankle bruise. We're going to replace him for a little bit. We need to just get on a roll here. Defense can see home team's intended pass target. Well, you don't know who that's going to be. Away team has improved catching. Hopefully not on defense. Oh, that's not intentional grounding. That one maybe more so than some of the other ones. Throw it closer to the receiver then. He's right there. 5 yards up the field. It's like my 8th intentional grounding of the game. Throw it farther up the field. This is insane. Get it out. Swift. Oh my God. 3rd and 14. We're lobbing it up. You got to catch this, Cephas. On the run and inaccurate. We're going to punt again. Holy. All right. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is right now. It is what it is. We got to get momentum back. To the flat. Thank you for making a stop. That might be the first time we've seen Devontae Smith actually get the football. It's 3rd and 3. Our defense started out being so great on 3rd down. I can't remember the last time we got a stop. It's read option. That's a stop. Tracy Walker just stopped him. 4th and 1. Let's go. And they're going to go for it. Wow. But this is the spot where you would. So I respect it, but we have to stop them here. Didn't time the snap. Trying to cover everything. Kaepernick deep down the field. He did not get 2 feet in. No shot. First of all, Golden Tate catching that. Wild. You're telling me he had 2 feet in? Can we even challenge that? I mean, unreal. Unreal. I guess he got 2 feet in from that angle. There's the one, and that right foot, it probably comes down in bounds. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. How does that happen? And I got bumped there. I got bumped. I mean, I'm in man coverage. I get bumped right off of covering the route. What do you want me to do? What even happened there? Zach Ertz bumped me? Or Dallas Goedert, I mean? That's why I couldn't do it, because the receiver bumped me off the route. I don't know what they're going to review. It's in, dude. He was in. Yeah, I when I said we were going to lose by a lot, I know how this goes. It's 31-17. All right, let's lock in. 10 minutes of the best football we've played all year. Need it. Need it. Just a terrible start. We need that on the run. Goff to Cephas. Do you believe this? I don't. We're down 31-17. That's okay, though. We're going to fight back. We are going to fight back. Cephas, only his second catch of the game. Third and 5. I want Amon-Ra St. Brown here. I need Hawk and Cephas to clear out the right side. And St. Brown should be open underneath for the little dump off in the first. There it is. There it is. Worked exactly as intended. Thankfully, he got enough separation. And I want St. Brown here. I want him again. Left side. Get a step. We're going deep. We're going deep. Tyrell Williams. Mossed him, touchdown. Let's go, baby. Tyrell Williams. Make a play. Sometimes you just got to trust the receiver, and that's exactly what we did here. It was the best option, really. One-on-one, deep down the field. Big-time matchup. Corner really with inside the leverage gets faded off the ball anyway. And we are only down by a touchdown. That is a huge score. We need momentum back on our side. We need it. Why are we getting blocked like that? Tracy Walker, good tackle. Probably saves a lot more yards. But we need to stop here pretty badly. We scored with really good quickness on the last drive. But we need to do that again. Let's play action. Just get after him. That works. That's really not too bad. Get after. That's so open. That's so open. That's a better throw for him. For us, I mean. Because that first of all, that whatever that is a disaster that coach is wearing. If we lose, and that's not even Nick Sirianni what he looks like, but that's who it is, I guess. If we lose to someone wearing that, we really don't deserve to be a team. That's a huge stop on third down. Broken thumb for Ali McNeil. Well, guess what? Next man up. Levi Onwuzurike, you're in. Also, the mean coach in me says, broken thumb, you play nose tackle, get over it. But also, we play in the Lions. He's a rookie. I get it. I wouldn't want to play for us either. 1st and 10. That's open enough. That's open enough. St. Brown, break a tackle. Let's go, Amon-Ra. We had circle on that one. We had it. They were playing way too conservatively. We're going to try it again. They're going to be in a different coverage, I imagine, this time. We could honestly just run that play over and over and over again and just read the right side of the field and crush them. I can tell you that play is going to come out again at some point in this game. Just probably will. We're just pretty much just throwing it. Amon-Ra St. Brown at replay. That one threw it a little bit too early. But the drags are getting open because the Eagles are giving us the drags. They're giving us stuff short over the middle. And we'd be stupid not to take it. And that one is out of bounds. Here it is. Here's the slot post we talked about. We just threw it deep in a double coverage. Ah, it's so dumb. Thankfully, incomplete, not intercepted. They want us to punt. Can't do it. Can't do it. Cannot punt there. We got to realize the situation, and the situation is this. We are down by a touchdown with under 5 minutes to play. We just need the first down. Intercepted. Wow. Wow. Doesn't matter anyway, but it's a stupid interception. I mean, I saw Alex Singleton on it. It's Alex Singleton. And I think that's the right throw. I passed it up the field. The pressure kind of got the ball not where we wanted it, clearly. But if this ball is deeper over here, if it's a really good throw, we actually do get the first down. But the fact that he intercepted that is insane. It doesn't end up mattering too much. The reason I don't punt there, it's 30 yards of field positioning. I know it's a tough fourth down conversion. I get that. As down goes Colin Kaepernick. Jelani Tavai, big sack. But I don't think we can punt with the time. And I know there's enough time, but our defense hasn't really been stopping them in the second half. And I know that. We had to take advantage of the opportunity. And I would go for it again. I really would. 3rd and 8. Need a stop. You got to make a play. Good play, Jeff Okudah. I could have seen him getting mossed so easily there by Dallas Goedert. That's a huge play. That is a huge play. And we're still in the game. Defense got a huge stop. And Khalif Raymond now with an opportunity to return. Nothing. 3.5 minutes. Need a touchdown. Need a touchdown. That field goal at the end of the half might have been nice now. Can we throw that? Can we get that? Out of reach of Amon-Ra St. Brown. I wish Jared Goff would just impress me one time with a sick throw. I'm not sure it's ever going to happen. And we almost just got safetied. Josh Sweat in there for his 2nd sack of the game. It's 3rd and 20. They want us to just run the ball. Not doing it. Not doing it. We're not just giving up like that. I know they think we're going to get safetied here. We're going deep down the field. Quintez Cephas. Oh, and it got broken up at the last second. And now we're going to punt. Man, we're asking so much of our defense here. We are asking so much of our defense. No way he got through. How does Miles Sanders get through the line there? Just a complete collapse in the second half. This is a really... If we end up losing this game, it's a devastating loss. This one is devastating. We're committing to a run on this play, and it probably is. We need a big hit. Need a big hit. We'll call a timeout. We'll commit to a run up the middle again, and it's got to be. Big hit! No fumble. Philadelphia, it's an injury timeout. That helps. That actually really does help a little bit. Would have been nice if they missed that field goal, but it is in there pretty easily. 34-24. We actually are not out of this one yet, but we need a miracle. 1 minute and 8 seconds. We really need a miracle. They want us to start out with a screen. You know what? Crazier things have worked. There's never any blocking on the screen, but you know what? Maybe this time. They just shed the blocks instantly. They shed them instantly. If you hold the block for a second, we actually have a chance there. They shed them instantly. We're just going to check down. Just guaranteed yardage. We need an onside kick. That's the only way. Timeouts are no longer a factor. Got to use them on this drive and hope we get an onside kick. We're going deep. Airing it out. Tyrell Williams, make a play. That's defensive pass interference. Call that. Do not call that on the offense. Thank you. Steven Nelson puts us on the 1 yard line. And I really think we have to throw because we cannot afford not to get this right now. Rolling out. Goff on the run. It's going to be just short. I'm just not liking anything. I'm not seeing anything get open. Also, these CPU game or calls are so stupid. I think they think we're really far out. We are on the goal line. Actually, what we need to do here, as stupid as this sounds, I really feel like we have a touchdown. But what we need to do, you know what? No. No. Yeah, no. Because this is our shot for the touchdown. I was thinking about letting the time expire and then kicking a field goal because we need a touchdown then. But if we score a touchdown now, we can actually hope to get a field goal after the onside kick with 2 timeouts. Big touchdown. Tyrell Williams on the slant. We're going to be down by a field goal. We need a miracle. We need a miracle onside kick. That's what it is. 8th touchdown of the year for Tyrell Williams. 2 in this game. Down by a field goal, and it is going to come down to the 3 points at the end of the first half. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We'll see what we can do here. Here's the onside kick. Need a miracle. And it is recovered by Philadelphia. Game over. Yep. That's a tough one. That is the final kneel down. Fitting that Colin Kaepernick takes it. Can't make this shit up. 34-31 is your final. Devastating loss. Devastating loss. Jared Goff had his best game, I think. 379 yards, 4 touchdowns. The 1 interception was one-on-one throwing at a linebacker off a tip on 4th down. So the context of that pick is really not even bad at all. We got crushed on the ground, but DeAndre Swift was pretty good. We just got put in a situation in the second half where I really felt like we needed to throw the ball, and we couldn't waste time running. And time ended up being a huge factor. But DeAndre Swift played really well. Love what he did on the ground, and of course had 8 catches for 78 yards. Huge. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 2 touchdowns. Tyrell Williams, 2 touchdowns. Hawk really was the most well-rounded receiver. And then Quintez Cephas, had a big-time player or 2 in there. Defensively, we were on the field a lot in the second half, so we have a lot of tackles accumulated. 3 sacks in general for the team. Romeo Okwara, C.J. Moore, who you wouldn't expect to be in there, but yep. And Jelani Tavai. No interceptions against Kaepernick, no forced fumbles, no recoveries, no touchdowns, no nothing. Only a really unfortunate loss. Tough loss there. We dropped to 3-4-1, and the injury, of course, to Aleem McNeil is not good. I don't think he's going to be out too long. 4 weeks, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not ideal, but as I mentioned, this episode is not going to be over. We are making a trade. That's our trade. We're making it happen. Prashad Paraman, Michael Brockers are headed to the Big Apple. AKA, not really. They're going to the Jets. East Rutherford, New Jersey is the new home for Prashad Paraman and Michael Brockers. We're getting a 2nd-round pick in return. Is that even the Jets' 2nd-round pick? I'm not sure that it is. Via Carolina. I think that was in the Elijah Vera Tucker trade. Is that how they got that pick? Maybe. Maybe so. But we got a 2nd-round pick this year. I think it's big. I think that's definitely good value for Michael Brockers and Prashad Paraman. As you can imagine, there's not really a ton of interest in Jamie Collins. And I don't really feel like trading Jared Goff right now. I don't really feel like making a move and trading Nickel Roby-Coleman. I don't feel like trading Alex Anzalone. Another name that I did think about was Trey Flowers. He's getting paid so much to be an 81 overall who's 28, only star dev, at the age of regression. Trey Flowers might be on the move. This is a massive trade. It's a massive trade. Trey Flowers, a 1st-round pick in 2023 and a 3rd-round pick in 2023. 2 picks next year. That's our pick, not the Rams pick. And then a 3rd. In return, we are getting the Raiders' 1st-round pick and the Raiders' 2nd-round pick. Trey Flowers goes out, and he's going to help their defense a little bit on the edge. And we're swapping 1st-round picks with the Raiders. Ours next year, theirs this year. And then we are getting a 2nd-round pick and trading a 3rd next year. I think it's a good trade for us. I feel like the Raiders get obviously pretty significant value back in return as well. And the way I figured that trade working out for me is Trey Flowers just is not in the long-term future of this team. I know that's going to be tough to hear, but he's just not. If he were a different overall, this is a different story. But he is an 81 overall at 28 years old. What happens to Trey Flowers? Wearing 42 is kind of crazy. But what happens to Trey Flowers? At the end of this year, he regresses. That's just what's going to happen to him. So maybe he'll be a 79 overall. He had 2 sacks this year. He's not exactly lighting the world on fire. When you look at his contract, it does not make sense. And if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. There you go. He was just going to get paid so much money to not be very good. And in comparison to what we have the potential to draft, I think it just made sense to get rid of him. So that's how we're going to end this episode. Absolute bomb to end it. And next episode, we'll start in the bye. And we will take on the Steelers. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you checking out the series, subscribing to the channel, liking the videos, all that. And I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.
I hit it at the park, Ben Bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah. Promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah, yeah. I'ma turn taking it back to the house. Defensive joke, I'm laughing so loud.